In the market for a new car, more and more drivers are asking themselves not only what kind of car they should get, but whether to buy or lease. Here with how you can decide, Lauren Fix, the car coach. Lauren, welcome. It's always great to have you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
So it seems to me that more people are leasing these days. It seems to be the popular thing, the momentum thing. Is it the right choice to make, though?
Well, that's a good question when there's record car sales going on right now. And part of that is people have obviously limited expenses and everyone's budget's tight. Even though with record car sales, what they're doing is they're making the payments a little bit more palatable by saying 39-month leases, 40-some month leases. That's not necessarily a benefit to you. I'm also seeing longer term buys. 72 months is a long time to make payments on a car. Way too long in my book.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, why do you want to have that debt over your head? And of course, this allows, typically here's what happens. So people trade up. They get a luxury car, and leasing it allows them to afford it. And the guys at the car dealerships are going to tell you, BMW, oh, it's a great deal. This is definitely what you want to do. But Lauren, how do you figure out if it is the right thing for you?
Well, first off, you start with that basic math. Find out the length of the warranty of the vehicle you're looking at. If you're looking at something like a Kia or a Hyundai, you've got a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Maybe a longer lease will work for you, especially if you're looking at the new Kia Cadenza or a Hyundai Genesis. But if you're looking at something like a Ford or a GM or Chrysler or even a lot of the German brands, you'll see it's 3 years, 36,000 miles. So that means if you're outside that warranty, somebody's going to pay when that car needs work. So what does that mean? Simple math. 3 years, 36,000 miles, which means you don't rent more than 36 months. You go 10 to 15,000 miles. If you drive less than 10,000 miles, forget the lease. It's never going to be good for you. You should buy it because you're never going to put enough miles on it. And if you drive a lot more than 15,000 miles, forget the lease, own the car. You can put as many miles as you want. It's your vehicle. Just maintain it. It's always smart to do that. Now, in that window, that 10 to 15,000 mile range, that's when I tell people, look at the vehicles that are there. Look for the incentives. There are some great deals, but don't be tricked into buying that 39-month lease because there's 3 months. If there's a problem, it's on you.
That's absolutely right. So let's talk about electric cars for a second because you have some important advice to people who might lease one of these vehicles. You actually think it's a good idea. Why?
Well, this is something you want to lease for sure. Number one, if you're going to consider an EV, an electric vehicle, or a hybrid, I always tell people, remember that only 20% of the United States is eligible for all those discounts. You might be making too much money. You may have some reason. So make sure to check with an accountant or a financial person. I know, Gerri, you know how to figure that out in seconds. But what you would do is you would then take that information and find out what other municipalities offer discounts. Maybe you work for a large company that offers a discount. Take all those discounts and then make your decision. The key with leasing an EV car or a hybrid car is at the end of the 3 years, as technology is constantly evolving, and there's some great technology, you'll see every year longer distances, new cooler items, all this great technology. You want
Lauren,
it.
I got to tell you,
at the end of 3 years, you walk away.
It's not just the green cars. It's every car. All the technology is changing so much. I am shocked. I've been in the market recently looking, and I have to tell you, I'm going to have like a 5-hour instruction session just to understand how to turn on the car. Talk to me a little bit about, at the end of the day, how much wiggle room do these dealers have? Do they really negotiate with you, or is the deal the deal the deal?
Well, I think you and I need to go car shopping together because I'm actually helping my mother-in-law right now.
I mean, if you're leasing.
Okay. If you're leasing, there's absolutely movement in those deals. Do not let anyone say, listen, our lease price is $329 a month. There's movement. Now, be careful how they move that. You can adjust it based on the length of the loan. Maybe there's a larger buyout at the end. Maybe you need more money down. Always read the small print. I constantly say this on your show. What the big print gives you, the small print takes away. So you need to actually sit down and read that and take your time. I don't care if the finance and insurance guy is saying, you know what, we only have so much time. You have as much time as you need to read those details, even if you take a copy home with you, because they can make these numbers adjust any way they want with the bank. If you've got great credit rating, believe me, they'll work with you. If you're back to that same brand, there are discounts and there is movement. If you stay within brands, there's at least $2,000 maximum available of adjustment in price. And if you're leaving one high-end brand to another, there's that same amount of money available. Don't leave it on the table.
Love it. Lauren, great job as always. Thank you for helping us out.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Love that.